Hey guys, how you doing today? I'm not sure if you're following the sideshow that my family is providing for you. The comments. People wonder where I get my sarcasm from. It runs in the family. Thanks, guys. You're making this even more fun. Thanks for your input. Okay, today, a couple of questions. I'll rock through some stuff real quick. Murph, stretching. No idea, I don't stretch. Used to back in the day. I don't recommend much stretching for most people simply because most people can't stretch. They don't know how to stretch properly. And it's hard to teach people how to stretch because stretching is tedious, it's boring, it takes a lot of time. And I'm just trying to build a program that people don't have to spend a lot of time. Giving you exercises that you don't really need to stretch for. Now, I'm saying that. I used to stretch for 2 hours before every session when I was competing. So I would just recommend YouTubing a good yoga program or stretching program online. If you're interested in stretching, like I said, I don't do that much these days because I don't do anything that's going to pull any muscles. Even when I'm sprinting with my hockey players, I'm going half pace, so I don't really. There's no danger of me pulling anything. So sorry about that. I don't do much stretching. The best thing to do is to just YouTube it. All right. Protein. So, Riley, thanks for the question. Protein's, I think, is highly overrated. So too many people worry too much. In our diets, in this day and age, we get enough protein. Okay. Now, in saying that, protein is important, like muscle function, hair, skin, nails, hormones. Like everything relies on protein, but we just seem to get enough. Now, if you're interested in building muscle and burning fat, which most people are at this stage of the game and at this time of year, then it's important, but it's important where you get your protein from because, as I mentioned, most proteins that you have, like milkshakes, protein shakes are, you absorb maybe 15, 16% of that, especially with the whey shakes and stuff like that. So you're not getting high quality protein. You want amino acids. That's the building blocks to good muscle. There used to be the old saying, I'm sure it's not believed anymore, that, you know what, I'm just going to pile on all the weight I can, and I'm going to turn that into muscle. Well, fat doesn't turn into muscle. You need to have, I take essential amino acids because everything breaks down to amino acids. They're the building blocks. So you eat protein, you have to break it down to amino acids, and then they build it back up. They build back up muscle or whatever tissue they're used for. So other than having a couple of eggs and some fish, most of my protein comes from essential amino acids, not protein powders, not whey powders, not soy protein, like whatever the vegan powder, like all of those things are very poorly utilized in the body. So I just bypass the middleman and go straight to the amino acids because you take those, they're 99% absorbable, and then they can go to work right away. So that's the way I prefer to approach protein and build muscle. And the only way to build good quality muscle is with amino acids. So yes, of course, you can still, hopefully, everybody wants to do this, lose fat and build muscle at the same time. And there are different ranges. You see from 0.5 to maybe up 2 grams per kilogram body weight. You'd have to be on the higher end of that if you want to build muscle, obviously, and also work harder than the little workouts that I'm giving you. Remember, this is not for athletes, well, partly, but this is for everybody just wants to get a quick workout in, be effective, be consistent with it, and do this for, make it a part of their daily routine, just like brushing your teeth. You want to get like massive muscles, or you want to be a high performing athlete, obviously you're gonna have to do more than 10 minutes a day. So in saying that, for the group that's just trying to get healthier, just trying to get fitter, just trying to lose a little weight, burn a little fat, building muscle is important for metabolism and for sucking up the glucose in your blood, because we've told you how bad that is for you. Basically, sugar is poison in the blood, and that's why the insulin rises so fast to get it out of your blood and into your cells. But if you have no muscles, it's going to your liver and being stored as fat. So that's that whole process. I don't want to make this into a science project here or a history lesson on the body, but there's a little background for you. Moving along into Dawn and talk a little bit more about ketogenic diet, because she's tried it and it didn't work. So apparently she's doing it wrong, which is the case with most people. People think, okay, ketogenic diet, you just eat a lot of fat and I'm gonna burn all this fat off my body. Well, as we said before, there's all these pieces of the puzzle. There's good fat, there's bad fat, and bad fat just causes inflammation, and you're not really gonna get any benefit out of that. Plus, there's if you're eating processed foods, packaged foods, you gotta be careful. Even bacon has sugar in it. Unbelievable. My daughter's diabetic, so I remember the first time we went looking for bacon, like things that you would think didn't have sugar in it. I went through hundreds of packs of bacon, and almost all of them had sugar in it. It's preservatives. So you might be pounding back all this stuff. As soon as you raise your insulin from any types of sugars in your diet, other than the fats you're eating, you're locking in the fat. Insulin goes up. I don't care how much fat you're eating or how much fat you're not eating, you're not burning any. Okay? So when it comes to the ketogenic diet is the healthiest way. Like, I don't believe in labels. Like, people, keto diet, paleo diet, like, I don't care what you eat, or labeling it for that matter. But it is the healthiest for you, especially in this day and age. You should be thinking, let's address the elephant in the room. And I'm serious. I mean that literally, the elephant in the room, because 50% of the population is overweight. Okay, we know that. 88% of the population is metabolically sick. That means we're not burning fuels properly. We're not getting to those fats. Fats is the most efficient fuel we have. Okay, sugars are there. We need it, absolutely. But fats are way more efficient. They burn cleaner. They give off less free radicals, so we're doing less damage, less aging to the body. Like, the list goes on. And this has been known for time. Okay, I did a little research this morning. Not that I needed to, but 3 guys who were the pioneers in the ketogenic diet. One was Otto Warburg from Germany, Nobel Prize winner. And then Krebs, anybody from old school days, science, take a breath. Your old science class, Hans Krebs, the Krebs cycle. And that's how you utilize fuel and it gets recycled back into this cycle that we use it again and again and again. So, Nobel Prize winner. And then Richard Veitch, Harvard and Oxford. They all worked on the Krebs cycle and ketones for energy. So these are not, lightweights. These are heavy hitters. These are guys who've done research for, between them for a century. The only time that people moved away from having fats is when, food companies decided that fat's no good. Let's make some processed foods, some sugars. You got to go high carb, low fat diets, and just screwed everybody up royally. And we're sort of stuck in that paradigm right now. But I think people are starting to come out of it. But again, you have to be careful. Like, just because you're supposed to eat fat and no carbs, it doesn't mean you're supposed to pound back the bacon and keep eating all the other crap you're eating and expect to lose weight. So there's a process to it. Good fats, again, let's just go through them. Avocados, fatty fish, small fatty fish, olive oil, if you can find it. Nuts, seeds, things like that. Good for that. Not seed oils. Like most people think vegetable oils, they're so healthy for you. No, those are the type of things that are getting you in trouble. Okay, so if you want to go ketogenic, just stick to simple fats that are good for you. MCT that you mentioned the other day, Don, C8 in particular. If you stick with those, you will have way more success. But remember, you have to cut all the carbs out of your diet. I mean, all of them, for them to work. Because in order to release the fats for burning, for fuel, you have to keep your insulin down. Insulin is a fat storage hormone in your blood. You can work out till the cows come home and you're not burning any fat. So I hope that explains it a little bit. Sorry about the little science lesson, history lesson there on where all this comes from, but just wanted to let you know I'm not pulling this shit out of my ass, okay? This is, researched for decades now. And it's not some muscle and fitness magazine, personal trainer, just reading some stuff on the internet. This is real science. Ciao.